I have a friend that works for a company, you probably know who they are, and they came out and they gave me a price, and it was like, no, I'll do the work myself.
Time kills all deals. This is a real life sales call for our real estate investment business. We're gonna teach you what to do and maybe what not to do on inbound real estate seller calls. Let's dive into it.
Thank you for calling. This is Matt.
This is and I've been getting several of your little letters and buying my place, and it keeps going up. So you guys are now at 687,225, and if you can get up to 735, I'd sell it.
Okay, so 735 is your asking price for it. Okay, yeah, thanks for giving us a call here, Sherry. Appreciate it. And you said it's on
In Brea.
I just want to confirm as well here, Sherry. It shows a 4-bedroom, the 1-bathroom, 1,380 square feet. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I mean, the tenant, well, it's a long story on this house, but the person who was in there last added on an addition off the garage. So that made it the 4th bedroom.
Oh,
but
okay.
It's a small house. It's a small house.
Good job here with Matt taking this call in. She's saying, hey, you keep mailing me, your price keeps coming up a little bit. Here is my price. So this sounds like someone who has pretty heavy intent to sell. Right, she has an asking price that in her mind would be finite, and she would move on from the property. Matt does a good job here. Just little small things that Matt's doing, like while he's pulling it up, he's letting her know that he's working on it actively and he's listening to her. I like it so far. Now, there's an opportunity here. If you notice, there's some type of pain that's coming out. There's some type of challenge that Sherry's dealing with here because she's mentioning it's a long story. There's something with the tenant. So I'd love Matt to hopefully dive into this. There might be some unpermitted square footage here with this 4th bedroom. We shall see.
Yeah, that's what I was curious because the county records, what they reflect isn't always, it's usually, I would say usually not going to be accurate. So with this though, are there currently tenants?
No, it's not. It was under litigation for the last 3 years. So I'm getting ready I'm going to start the remodel. I also have 5 pallets of roofing shingles, Certainty Solar, sitting in the garage that you guys could have because it will need a new roof. It needs everything.
Okay,
but
got it. So
full
cosmetic. Yeah,
okay,
cosmetic. So cosmetically needs it.
She's already starting to invest some money. She bought shingles, pallets, all these things at the property. She's in the process of remodeling, but she's now saying if you guys do it, to me, this means she doesn't want to do this project anymore. Matt should maybe run on that a little bit more. Oh my gosh, litigation 3 years. What happened? Oh my, you're kidding me. Build a common enemy together because it'll build your bond together. So if the common enemy is the other counterparty, I can't believe the tenant or whoever went through this, you gotta go through this legal battle. I can't believe this happens. I'm so sorry. Sherry's going to have a stronger bond with Matt. So that's where he should have went. Now, she also mentioned she already started investing money and that the home will need a lot of stuff, but Matt uses the word then cosmetic. Cosmetic then downplays actually a lot of the work that might be required. I'm hearing a roof at the very least. She says the word everything, and for some reason we choose the word cosmetic. I don't recommend that here. You are now going to downplay and you're going to reduce your leverage in negotiating on price later if the home does need a lot of work, because you're going to think about the anchor word now, this power word, which is cosmetic, which we don't want.
But there's no, I mean, maybe other than the roof needing to be replaced, there not like foundation issues, I mean, plumbing, electrical, anything like that?
No. I'm going to have my plumber come look at it. I would want to do a repipe on it. I mean, it's old. It's an old house. So There's only 1 bathroom. So it's not going to be that big of a deal with the repipe. So it's going to be a repipe,
that shouldn't be bad.
And the HVAC has to be replaced because it's been there forever. It's probably a fire hazard for all I know. I don't know.
Okay, got it. Is it possible to meet you over there to take a brief walk of the property?
Sure.
Okay, because that real, like for us to be able to get to, we want to put our best foot forward, right? Give you something we can really stand behind. So,
right.
I mean, seeing it in person is usually, I mean, that's always going to be the best. So, with your schedule, is there a time of day, morning, afternoon, that would be best for you?
Yeah, because like I said, I'm starting the remodel. I took out some of the cabinets. I'm going to demo the bathroom. I'm going to demo the rest of the kitchen. So I can meet you there tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay. Are you doing the demo yourself, or do you have a contractor? You are?
No.
Oh, wow. Good for you. It's kind of fun taking a hammer to stuff.
I was in construction for a long time. I was a superintendent for a huge home builder, so I know enough to get myself in trouble.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, though. Okay, great. And let me see here with your schedule.
By the way, Matt almost made a mistake by going to an open-ended "when are you free" type question for scheduling. Don't ever do that. Caught himself though, because I think we've been talking about this recently, and he moved it to actually morning or afternoon. What's going to work better for you? That alternative option is going to be better if you don't actually just insert a specific time to start and then backing out from there if that initial time doesn't work. So he went to alternative option. She actually said tomorrow, and then I'll be out there. Now, she's been doing this work herself. At some point in the call, Matt should say, got it. Well, let's get out there quickly because obviously you probably don't want to be doing all this work yourself. The sooner that we could probably get something wrapped up. You might not have to do this. And honestly, with what we'd likely do to the house, it might be different than what your plans would be. So yeah, that would make a ton of sense. Let's get out there. I don't hate that Matt went right for scheduling here. However, if you do go for scheduling in the first, I guess this has been just a few minutes on this call, make sure you spend more time in the back end of this call, building relationship, going through the rest of the qualifying pillars, learning more about the home, the motivations, what your competition might be, decision makers, etc. I don't hate that he went for it. I just hope he continues this call, getting the rest of the dots that he doesn't quite have yet.
I'm seeing from ours, we can do how early are you heading over there?
Well, since I'm coming from San Clemente, I usually wait till the traffic dies down. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, I try not to leave until 9. I know that. And you know what? I don't care anymore. I used to be to the job site at 6:30. I don't care if I'm there at 9. It doesn't matter.
It's a little different. Okay, so yeah, we can. From what I'm seeing, it would be great to avoid traffic too, because we're driving up as well. So, what I'm seeing is we can do 11 a.m. Tomorrow, if that works for you.
Let's do that.
Okay, let's hold that. And
just some thoughts here. A lot of what I'm hearing from her, she's been through a lot already in this property, 3 years in litigation. She's swinging the hammer herself. She's been in construction for her professional career. She's probably just over it. She knows what this requires. She knows it's a big project. She wants to be done. She wants to move on. Obviously, she also has a price. And so when we do get to this appointment, it's going to be, if we can't pay that full $730 that she's asking for, it's going to be this, hey, this is the price, but here's all the things that are valuable, like your time and your energy and your stress back that you don't have to deal with anymore. We'll take on the project. Here's the logistics behind it. Here's why we need to be at X price versus your $730. The $730 simply doesn't pencil if we can't pay that $730 price point. And I think she's gonna be reasonable to it. She doesn't want this project. You can hear it in her voice. This is a motivated seller. She wants to move on for this thing.
I guess with your experience and everything, I mean, is there even kind of a cost estimate that you've put together for all the work that it needs that I could pass along to our underwriting team?
You know, it depends on how fancy you want to get. If I go forward, I'm taking the wall out between the kitchen and the living room and creating like an open floor plan. So that's going to be more than just somebody else coming in and, just cleaning it up, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
By the way, excellent question from Matt. When someone has some background experience, the more that you give them compliments and also you are labeling what they are, and because you've labeled them as an expert now, you're gonna get more information because they wanna uphold that new label that you just gave them. This is very powerful. It's the same thing as if saying like, hey, we love working with decisive people and then asking them for the appointment. They're more likely to do it because they now have to confirm that label that you just gave them. Matt does this beautifully here and asks, with your experience, what do you think you might be a cost estimate? And she goes into, well, if you do the wall, it might be more, it might be less. This is an answer from someone who probably doesn't want to give an exact amount necessarily. She probably doesn't want to shoot because she knows it's kind of a negotiation type question, whether she knows that consciously or unconsciously. But great question by Matt. I like how he uses it here. And then she mentions the open floor plan.
I didn't want to go over 70,000. That was my plan.
That's okay. That was the goal. No, if you're doing the work yourself, I mean, I think that definitely seems realistic, right? So
he's too agreeable here on this price. He's going to reduce down leverage for the closer by being too agreeable with the price. I would say here, got it. Okay, so you wanted to stay below 70. Obviously, sometimes that's a challenge, but totally understand. That's what you want to say here because you don't want to cause too much friction because you're just on this initial call. We haven't been out to the appointment yet, but you don't want to validate this aspirational goal of price because it's going to reduce down our leverage for the future on negotiation.
Anything. Of course, I'm going to hire somebody to do the tile. I'm not going to do the tile work. I'm not a tile person. and I want it done right. So, the tile, I'm not going to do the rough plumbing. I'm not going to do the rough electrical. I'm not putting in an HVAC system. So those people I do have to hire, but I have guys, so they'll come do it. I'm not going to pay the retail price either, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. And I did just want to check, are you there currently today?
No, I'm not.
No? Okay. All right. No worries. Yeah, let's hold that 11 because we had a couple of things move around. I was going to say if you had the time, but let's do, 11 tomorrow. Sounds good to me.
I don't hate that Matt's already trying to move it up. Again, speed to appointment is the name of the game. Just like speed to outreach is when the leads come in, speed to appointment is the name of the game. And then also post-appointment, speed to contract in their hands so they can make a decision. It's best on the spot, them signing it. But if you can't do that, get it into their inbox via email as soon as you possibly can. Time kills all deals. I do like how Matt tries to push this out. Then he also backs up where he doesn't sound overly eager by mentioning, we just had a couple things that kind of opened up. So I like how he now hedges back against that urgency. So good job here to Matt.
And I'll make sure, because we just finalized the schedule for tomorrow today, so I'll let you know who's going to be heading over there, because I'd imagine this is your cell phone, right?
Yeah, if somebody was to meet me there today, what time were you thinking?
It might work.
Today would be, I wanted to make sure that our drive times would make sense, because I think we could do 1 p.m. today or 3 p.m.
Well, I don't want to do 3 p.m. because the traffic coming back is bad.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I was looking.
No, let's just keep it for tomorrow. I need to finish what I'm doing here. So.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. My partner was going to be at a Chino. He was going to be in Chino at 11, so the 1 p.m. would work. But if it's best tomorrow, let's keep it to tomorrow. That works for us. All right, awesome. And is there a good email that I can save as well? I usually send out a calendar invite.
Always good to get the email.
Yeah, the number 1.
At Gmail, perfect. Okay, awesome. And was there a certain time frame you'd be interested in with like a close of escrow? With it being quick, does it not really matter?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't really matter. Okay, I was wondering if you were looking to do a 1031 exchange, wanted to kind of extend things out, or what the plan might be.
No, the only thing I'm thinking is that I might want to not close until next year, because that's the only thing. But let's just start with what you think you want to, because I have a friend that works for a company. You probably know who they are, and they came out and they gave me a price, and it was like, no. I'll do the work myself.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, definitely. I've been hearing them they've been doing radio ads a lot more.
I know.
Lately. I've been hearing them a lot.
They're huge. They are absolutely huge. Yeah.
That's okay. Well,
right.
Yeah, we'll look forward to being out there. I appreciate the information.
I hope Matt asked about the price that Wedgwood gave that she said no to. We'll see.
Because that way we can really, do some due diligence to start off. So.
Right.
Yeah, we'll be ready at 11. I'll send you a text once we have it, who's...
I think we skipped over it. We've already moved topics. And so right there, oh gosh, yeah, what did they offer you? They must, and if she doesn't say anything, she's, she doesn't want to answer it. Yeah, they must have offered you something crazy. And I mislabel it super low here. I'd go they must have offered you $500,000 or something crazy like that. And then she said, no, it was more than that. Oh, okay, how much more? And then you can usually get it if you mislabel. Just make sure you mislabel low than high. But yeah, that was a miss there.
Because I usually confirm the day before, but since this is for tomorrow at 11, we'll consider it confirmed, okay?
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Sherry. Look forward to it. Have a nice rest of your day.
Okay.
Feedback on the call. Some misses here, the ones we just talked about with the competing price. We need to go deeper on relationship. And relationship doesn't mean we need to have all these things in common, but we need to ask about the litigation. We need to ask about the tenant. We need to ask about the work. We can ask about the profession and the different projects. Spend more time on the relationship. Drag out those calls. It'll build a better bond. It'll insulate you from more competition. Don't go open-ended on your appointment ask. Good job on Matt not almost doing that and catching himself going to an alternative option, scheduling. Good job, Matt, on trying to push the appointment to today, but then also be able to backpedal so it doesn't sound overly urgent. All really well done. I think Matt did a pretty good job listening here too. Overall solid call, but still so much room for improvement, just like we see on most of these calls for lead managers across the nation. See you in the next one.